Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your monthly reading for April 2026. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Scorpio, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to do your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full cultic rise spread. Then we're going to break it down week by week. We will pull more cards. We'll talk about a couple more aspects. And then the second spread. Scorpio, are you strapped in? You strapped in? This is going to be a month. This is going to be a big month where you're going to see some really big, significant change, okay? Because you're going to create it. We're in Aries season. Do you know what that means, right? You're definitely going to have some change. But here's the bigger picture. If you saw your 2026 forecast for Scorpios, you know that I said February, April, and July are the three biggest, most important, most pivotal flashpoints of 2026. The astrology, obviously not just rare, it's literally once a lifetime. Back in February, we had the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees Aries. Yeah? The beginning of the beginning. The creator degree is a powerful force. And listen, maybe you didn't feel it. Maybe it was a little subtle. Remember, it's a seed that was planted and it was building. It was building behind the scenes like a wave, and it brought you here to April, which is the crescendo. And this is a month where you're going to realize the universe is conscious and harmonic with divine timing. Because what are the chances that all the planets are direct and we're in Aries season where all systems go? And we not only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 7 planets in Aries. Okay? Have you ever seen that before? No. Nobody has. So, unless you are a vampire or a deep sea sponge, you've never experienced this. You're in for a trip. This is going to be enormous. And coming out of all this strong Pisces energy, Pisces season, a lot of planets in Pisces that are now in Aries. Pisces is when you were dreaming big. This month, you're going to feel like you just woke up after fainting at a Cranberries concert, and now you're fired up and you want to live life. It's your mission, your only mission, and the only mission for you right now is to make everything that you're dreaming about reality. Okay? Aries is mastery of self. It's the I am of the zodiac. It's the ram. It's the first breath. It's the, fire in your belly. And when you've got the sun, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, the moon, we're throwing in Chiron and Mars. Yeah. Aries ruler, the god of war and action and drive and libido, all of that. You would know because Mars is your ruler too, Scorpio. With all these rare conjunctions and a new moon in Aries. Oh, yeah, April is going to be your fight song. You're going to be proving that not only are you capable, but that you fully know thyself. Okay? So this is going to be a really big month for you. Aries rules your 6th house. I hope you're ready to have some enormous change out of all the signs. Aries rules your 6th house. The 6th house is everyday activities. It's your daily routines. It is your lifestyle. It's health. It's work. It's your work environment. So things are about to change. Okay? Contractors, colleagues, employees, interns, assignments. There's a lot that's coming through for you. And remember, not everything's on the whiteboard. This is a big month. And again, just like last month, I'm not going to cover everything. All right? We're going to do some of these aspects of the end when we go week by week. And yes, there's a lot more on the back. Yeah, we're moving into Taurus season. So, Taurus, it's your opposite sign. You do well with Taurus, okay? Earth sign, you're a water sign, and it's very grounded. And so you will have one foot on the ground, but barely, because we have another reset. So, yeah, this is the month. This is the month. That's why April is so big. Uranus, the planet of shocks and surprises, breakthroughs, awakenings, moves into Gemini for its permanent 7-year station. The first time in 84 years. This is such an enormous month for you. That is the last of the outer planets, by the way. Okay, to change signs in this compressed period of time, locking in that rare grand trine, the prison portal, where all the outer aspects are aspecting, all the outer planets are aspecting, which, again, nobody in this solar system has ever experienced, human beings at least. So this month, because it's Aries season, where you launch things, when you begin a new journey, you're going to be finishing up a 7-year story. In relationships, Uranus and Taurus, that's your 7th house. You've had ups and downs since 2018 when it comes to relationships and partnerships. A lot of unexpected things that happened in home and family. Yeah, that's done. It's over. Uranus is now moving into your 8th house, where it does a lot better for 2 reasons. Okay? A, Uranus is the sky god, right? So, of course, naturally a better fit for an air sign. Uranus couldn't do anything in Taurus. But secondly, Uranus and Gemini rules your 8th house. That's your home. You're gonna be good. I don't even need to do your sprite. Like, you're gonna be good. But here's the big catch. Of course, there's always something, right? It's not even a catch. It's kind of like just a little bit more of a. If you saw, by the way, my April astrology overview live stream, Scorpio, I'll leave it at the end of this video. You're welcome. If you didn't, because I talk a lot more about what's happening in April that I'm not going to mention here, because April is just that loaded. One thing that I said, this isn't just another reset with Uranus moving into Gemini. Uranus is going to conjunct the fixed star Alcyon in the Pleiades, a royal star of awakenings and unveiling. And that's not it. For the first time in over 12,000 years, Sedna, a dwarf planet, just like Pluto, your modern ruler, okay? Meaning this is a big deal. Sedna, which represents the collective conscious, expanding, evolution of the mind. Sedna is going to be at 0 degrees Gemini as well, all right? We're talking, it's been since the last ice age, since Sedna's been here. So you have Uranus in Gemini, which is already expanding your consciousness. That's what Uranus in Gemini does. Conjuncting Alcyon, which is all about unveiling. I've already told you, by the time we get to this point, there will be no veil. All right? And then you have Sedna, which is the collective conscious. So when I say evolution of the mind is going to be a huge theme, they're all this is a triple conjunction at 0 degrees. This is the beginning of a new era of communication. We're becoming a new species. This is us evolving. This is going to be really big. So April, it isn't life-changing. It's a whole other frequency. But remember, you, Scorpio, you have the power to choose how you're going to navigate April. And I want you to remember that, because April is going to test you. It's going to test your patience. It's going to test your ambition, your karma, your spiritual warrior. April is the hero's journey. And you, Scorpio, you're the author of your story. So, what is going to be your first chapter? Because right off the bat, we have a major turning point, and that's Wednesday, April 1st. We have a full moon in Libra at 12 degrees. And as you know, full moons illuminate, they bring endings. The irony and the twist here is that we actually have a T-square. So with the sun in Aries and Jupiter and Cancer. Really interesting because the sun is exalted in Aries where he does his best, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer where he does his best. So this is 3 cardinal signs that represents like initiation, right? While full moons represent endings. So there may be some emphasis on relationships, okay? Contracts, your commitments. This rules your 12th house. So this is almost like this moment that you're going to have a little bit of solitude. The 12th house is so nebulous, you might not even notice, but because you're a Scorpio, you're a water sign, you might really appreciate this. And now, even with a T-square, I'm not saying it's bad for you. The 12th house, that is the subconscious. The 12th house is spirituality. It is intuition. It is healing. But just know that there may be some turning point here with relationships. And it can be love. It can be work. It looks like work for a lot of y'all. But also with 4 planets in Aries at this point, that is your 6th house. So this is on the health axis for you. So just be mindful around this time. It can be the health of, relationships, the health of someone you know as well. But it could also be you. I mean, the 12th house does rule hospitals. The 12th house is, it would be like solitude. Yep. Withdrawal. So just be mindful of those lower expressions of the 12th house because Jupiter likes to make things a little big. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Dorito, all the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, are going to feel this the most. If you have any planets 10 to 15 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, well, those planets are going to be aspected by this full moon. So you would feel it the most. And I'm going to tell you something here that I haven't been doing for other signs. I'm just going to go ahead and point out right now. You see what's happening Friday, April 3rd with Venus and Taurus squaring Pluto and Aquarius? So for the first few weeks, you're going to have Venus and Taurus. Venus is at home in Taurus. Venus rules Taurus. That feels really good. There's so much love. There's a lot happening for you when it comes to relationships, love, marriage, partnerships, business partners, money, creative projects. Yeah, really nice. And then don't forget Jupiter is also exalted in Cancer. And so that's perfect. That's great. That's all month. Remember, Jupiter's direct. But this is a square. And there might be something here that tests you when it comes to relationships and money and family. Home and family. Remember, Pluto, your modern ruler in Aquarius, rules your 4th house. But the twist here, we have another T-square because, and I always call this out every month, just for you, Scorpio, the moon will be in your sign this day. Okay? And as you know, when the moon is in Scorpio, the moon doesn't do too well in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio has a little bit of intensity, has a little bit of kick. And so this is going to be at 5 degrees. So, yeah, you got a little T-square here. There just might be something that comes up that could make you, the lower expressions of this would be like jealousy or, being a little possessive or definitely some truths coming to the surface, but weaponized. All right. So just please be mindful because this aspect, it will be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius that feels this the most. All right. Just let you know. Obviously, we're going to talk about this more next week when we talk about the first week of April. I got your back because one other aspect happening this day, Mercury will trine Jupiter. So that is really nice. Listen, we'll talk about this more next week, but this is the third time. So this is kind of like a big storyline that's been happening for you. And Mercury's direct now. So there is something here really, really, really nice. You could get really good news or make an announcement. Now, a couple things. Thursday, April 9th, just be mindful. Mars is moving into Aries. At this point, I mean, this is the God warrior. He's home. He's in his kingdom. It's been 2 years. Yeah, he's gone straight to the, barbecue grill. He's going to cook himself a steak. Rare. Anyway, you have 5 planets in Aries at this point. So that's your 6th house. There's a lot happening at work and the work environment. Okay? A lot happening. But the bigger thing here is that you've got Mars in Aries. You're going to feel like something inside you suddenly came to life. This is, not just spiritual warrior. This is you. This is an Olympian. This is hero, golden hero. All right. Wonder Woman, Jason Statham, Lucy Liu. Doesn't matter. Whoever you want. Mars in Aries is determination. It's taking risks. It's, like I said, it's libido. I mean, Mars is passion. This is something that you're really going to feel. So direct this energy for the things that you want. And it doesn't look like you're going to waste any time because this is, don't forget, Saturn's here. All right. Saturn natively rules your 3rd house of communication. So you're going to be networking. You're going to be communicating. You're going to be launching things. A lot of you are going to be traveling around this time too, by the way. Anyway, you only live once and you got things to do. So take advantage of this. This is going to really help and just, you're just going to see a lot happen. Okay. So prepare to be busy. The 6th house is kind of like the busy drive. It's like there's a lot that happens. All right. Wednesday, April 15th, that's when Mercury moves into Aries. Mercury, remember, is Hermes, okay? So quick, fast, quick to speak. Mercury is, the mind, communication. So you're just going to be having a lot of conversations. You're going to be quick to think. You're going to be quick to react. That's Mercury in Aries. There's no filter with Mercury in Aries. No holding back. There really are no brake pads when it comes to communicating. And words obviously have weight. With Mercury in Aries, they can be a little pointed. They could have a little bit of a sting. Or you can use the higher expression of this and you can be a role model. You can be a thought leader. You can leave an impression, make your mark. All right? This is going to be something that you're really going to feel. And a lot of things that you say, especially this month, commitments, verbal agreements, things that you sign, they will be long lasting. All right. And at this point, you have no more planets in Pisces. They're all gone. So you're fully activating your dream now. So please, please, please take advantage of this. There's so much that can happen for you. Remember, Mars is your ruler too. You're used to this energy. And as some of you know, I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary. Thank you of launching this channel, The Tarot Ship. It was March 26, 2022. So I just want to thank you for all your support, all your kindness, all your amazing messages. I wouldn't be here without you, literally. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But that is a takeaway, right? A testament to Aries season. Yes, astrologers, we do plan using aspects and timing, all of that. And when I launched my channel, I purposely did it during Aries season. Take the Aries season away, the equinox, when things come to life. All right. So please, please take advantage. Anything that you want to launch, anything that you want to do it during Aries season. You'll never have 7 planets in Aries ever again. Ever again. That's a lot of energy. That's helping you. That's boosting you. That's giving you so much power. Please take advantage of this moment, okay? And if you actually have been a subscriber since the Venus-Jupiter Sirius triple conjunction last August, I'm not sure if you remember that, I quit my full-time job and my full-time office job to spend more time here doing your forecasts, but also launching Great Awakener. So thank you so much for everyone who has signed up. If you are new to my channel, I do predictions. I am psychic. I do remote viewing. It's more like global stuff, world predictions. But Great Awakener is where I can speak a lot more freely off this channel. But it's not just me. It's other astrologers and readers and hypnotherapists, a whole variety. It's all live streams. So I'm doing a 4-year anniversary sale until April 1st to thank you and to celebrate. There's more information in the description box. And it's like less than $1 a day. But y'all have just been really amazing. Thank you so much for your support, and especially all your comments about Ruby, my dog. I think if you are, if you're a subscriber, So, she's doing well. But thank you. It really does help. Now, you see what's happening here. This is why we have to break it down week by week. Again, this isn't everything. And there's a lot happening here. But the big thing for you is just going straight to the new moon. Friday, April 17th. It's going to be in Aries, obviously, at 27 degrees. It's right on Chiron. You do see the sun conjunct Chiron, right? So this new moon is right on Chiron, the wounded healer. So everything in your life will change because you will change. Anything that you feel has scarred you, you're going to use now to empower yourself. This is an Aries, the I am, where you have Mars here. You're feeling brave and bold and courageous. The magnitude of this new moon is enormous. And you've got a stellium of planets in the sign of the beginning. So again, please take advantage of this. This is your new origin story for your new era. And on top of that, we have a triple conjunction with Mercury, Saturn, and Mars. There is so much happening here. This is powerful. You are going to walk into the office. You're going to let it be known what your new story is. Even if no one cares. Oh, you won't give a fucks. All right? Because you are doing you, the bold, confident, new, inspiring you. And I want you to. Okay? This is, again, your 6th house, but there's a lot of other stuff happening. But it does look like everything is changing for you. Your daily activities, your day-to-day routines. But I do want to remind you, the 6th house is also health, okay? So you're going to be busy doing doctor visits, checkups, things like that you may have neglected, things like that, right? Because everything is just changing and you're going to feel it in your bones and you're going to be at optimal, 120%. Anyway, this new moon, another reason why it's so enormous is because it's got power boosters. And I say that because there's going to be 4 conjunctions following it. And they're not even on the whiteboard. That's how much is happening. And these are the big things, right? So, yeah, there's the one conjunction that, okay, I'm going to tell you two. Saturday, April 18th, we will have Juno conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. And Juno is Jupiter's wife, okay? Asteroid, Hera in Greek. And she's Libra's asteroid. So what does that mean? Juno represents truth, justice, harmony, diplomacy, equality in love, marriage, and partnerships, relationships, business partners, contracts, union, commitment, agreements. She's conjuncting Pluto, your modern ruler, in Aquarius that rules your fourth house of home and family. So this is big. A lot of y'all are going to have a lot of energy around home and family. Some of y'all definitely are going to be moving. Some of y'all are definitely going to be, what are they called? Leases, doing leases, maybe mortgages, maybe selling, buying, real estate. But there's also a good batch of you that will get married. Yeah, congratulations. And then some Scorpios, this can be so strong that you are going to hear the truth. Someone is going to confess something, and it might be you. All right? Because Mercury in Aries is going to sextile Juno conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius. Or you could be calling someone out for something. And remember, home, family can be significant other. It can be parent, grandparent, children. It could be your neighbor, a realtor. There may be something here. But the bigger thing would be Sunday, where you have Mars conjunct Saturn in Aries. Now, you have the two malefic planets merging their energies. You haven't experienced this in 29 years. We're going to talk about this for sure in your weekly forecast. Just know it does have a little bit of an aggressive side, a sobering side, and you might not see eye to eye with one or two people. Because it is your sixth house, it might be work related. It might be a colleague. It might be, a boss, an executive. It might be someone a little bit younger. Remember, Mars and Saturn are very different. Mars is young and wants to go. Saturn is old and he's patient and he's wise. So it really depends on your situation. If you're the boss, it could be with one of your workers. It could be an intern. But remember, Saturn natively rules your third house. And so there may be something here with family. It could be siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. It's Saturn. It could be father. It could be a father figure. It could be a grandfather. So just be very mindful here. This is all about discipline, courage, and focused action. You have the opportunity to build something here really long lasting, especially in work. All right. Some of y'all may actually become doctors, become healers. It is your sixth house. Okay. Sixth house is health, but it's also work. You could be therapists. You could be, right? So it does look like there may be something here that is being signed or agreed to as well with your third house thrown in. Travel as well, or you launching something. Just remember, don't rush. All right? Saturn is karma too. Now, one last thing I want you to just be very mindful of, and this is you and only you, Scorpio. It's your sixth house. I will talk about this in your weekly forecast, but it just bears repeating, so I'm going to tell you now. Mars is physicality. Saturn would be like old bones. Yeah? So just be mindful about your physical environment and your physical health. And I say that because, again, this is your sixth house of health. All right? I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but this is when this when they get together, it's like bumps and bruises, bangs. You could be, I don't know, you accidentally walk into a sliding glass door at work, things like that. All right. But also at the same time, maybe you want to do like dental work, dental checkup, things like that. Remember, bones, 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 bones. So the last thing, you might have some pent up energy. Okay. Exert your energy. You always need discharge. Mars is martial. Do some martial arts, karate, go golfing, do some gardening, some weed whacking. This is going to be a day. All right. Because we do move into Taurus season this day too. That's going to help you. Taurus season helps you breathe a little bit. And on top of that, you're going from ram to bull. All right. So things are, slowing down a little bit. You get to touch, taste, feel. Remember, Taurus rules your 7th house. And you have Venus here for a little bit. You've got the sun here. This is really great when it comes to relationships, love, marriage, money, things that you value as well. So I really love this for you, and I really want you to cherish this for the few days that you have this, right? Because not on the whiteboard, there's just a series of conjunctions. Mercury conjunct Saturn, Mercury conjunct Mars. It's all in Aries. You're going to be really busy, okay? 6th house, remember, busy. And then we get to Thursday, April 23rd. You have Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees. This is it. This is the big one. This is first of all, the last aspect you're ever going to have with Uranus and Taurus. Secondly, this is the last moment of the old era. Okay? You see Uranus moving into Gemini very soon. So 29 degrees is an anaretic degree. It's a critical degree. It's potent. It's like a graduation. But it also has a little bit of urgency. And you've got Venus and Uranus in your 7th house of relationships, of love and romance, but also personal relationships. Could be your relationship with your agent, relationship with your sister, wherever that energy is for you. This is going to be big. All right. So it can be relationships. It could be money, finances. Taurus is a finance sign, creative projects. Uranus can be breakthroughs. It can be breakups. It can be breakdowns. Whatever it is, Uranus is freedom. Okay. Uranus is all about liberation. So just keep that in mind. There might be something here that happens or that you do, right, to move into your new era. It might be surprising, unexpected. It's Uranus. The one thing Uranus wants you to do is to shake things up. Be experimental. Try new things. This aspect really favors the curious. That's all. All right? You'll be good. You'll be fine. There might be some things around home and family as well. Then there might be some changes with career. Just letting you know. We do have a first quarter moon in Leo that rules your 10th house of career and fame and your reputation. And that will square Uranus. So this partnership energy, it may be career related, work related, but there's a lot that can happen here. And it is going to be the fixed signs that feel this the most. Now, Friday, April 24th, you see Venus moving into Gemini. This is great. You're going to love this. So this is just flirty. This is but more like mental stimulation. You're going to be craving it with your partnerships, with your relationships, with building your wealth, all of that. Because this is also making deals. It's pitching. It's monetizing on your intelligence, amplified by Saturday, April 25th, a big day. Uranus moving into Gemini. Obviously, we'll talk about this when we get to that week. But you did have a preview of this last summer. Now, Gemini rules your 8th house, like I said. Remember, the 8th house is your home. The 8th house is death and rebirth. It's transformation. It's regeneration. It's Phoenix rising from the ashes. But there's heavy focus on relationships, deepening them, intimacy. This is you and your transformation through your relationships, as well as building your wealth. Okay? The eighth house is shared resources. They would be joint bank accounts. It would be inheritance, investments, royalties, commissions, loans, taxes, everything that's not your salary, but it has everything to do with money. So this is like your legacy too. You're going to love this because Uranus, by the way, is considered to be exalted in your sign. It's not really like, the outer planets really don't have exaltations. The ancient astrologers didn't really know about them. So I think you're going to thrive. Anyway, just like, you might have a lot of breakthroughs, but also you might feel a lot like restless. You might feel a little restless. You need things to change. You need things to happen. You've got the gales of, all this Aries energy too. Use it. Make the changes that you need. And so it feels like the Venus-Uranus conjunction at that 29-degree point in Taurus, it feels like a really big moment for you on where you're going to be by the time you get to Uranus moving into Gemini with relationships and partnerships. Again, that can be business, it can be investors, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, let's get started, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you for April 2026. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And yeah, I've lost my voice, but I hope that you can hear me. Yeah. I've lost everything. My motor skills. Scorpio, there's one more. I'm going to tell you at the end. All right. So Scorpio, you got some really good stuff the last week. And you're going to love it. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio. Oh, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2026. Scorpio, oh my gosh, y'all crack me up. Stop it, Scorpio. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a monthly reading. If we need to put clarifiers, we will. Secondly, Scorpio, I know my hair looks a little crazy. Looks like I tried to build a time machine, but it is late. And I really wanted to do your spread. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. There's so much, you've got so much change happening this month. A lot. And remember, April is a big month. It's one of the biggest months of 2026. Just wait till we get to July. You here for career? Y'all want to climb the ladder in terms of career? Just wait till July. You have no idea. All right, let's see what's good. Okay, you're good. You're good. Okay, Scorpio, you win. I mean, here we go. You got the death card. You got your card, death attributed to Scorpio. I told you, you're not only will you experience some of the biggest changes in your life in April, you want it. You want the change. Scorpio, you're good. Listen, you got the death card. When I talk about this new era, the first chapter in your new era, there you are, moving into it. Don't resist the change. And I don't have to tell you that. Like, it's clearly like you want change. You're going to have it. You're experiencing it and you're happy about it. This is exciting. Okay. I'm going to show you something here. Why do you think it's a skeleton, right? Riding that horse. Look. Because bones, as we talked about earlier, have a really long shelf life. And so the change that you're going through, oh, it's for the long haul. Okay? Right here. Look at the change you're moving into. You're just rising above. You got the Six of Wands and the heart of your spread. This is eminence. This is recognition. This is validation. This is success. This is a procession. Everyone cheering him on. You're good. You're really good. I love this. I love this because the little Easter egg I was dropping about July for you. How funny is that? And that's because we have this we have a cradle, and we'll talk about later, but when we get to July, you are going to have Jupiter will have moved into Leo at that point. Leo rules your 10th house of career and fame. Yeah. This card is attributed to Jupiter in Leo. So you're on your way. You're on your way. You're going to make things happen. Again, when you've got 7 planets in your 6th house of work, your daily routines, where you get to change things up and get noticed. Oh, you're good. You have the Tower too. In your challenge area, okay? That's fine. That's great. The Tower is attributed to the planet Mars. And as you know, Mars is going to be in Aries. Mars is your ruler too. Y'all share Mars in your 6th house. So, I love it. Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to stop you. If there's any challenge here, is that there could be something unexpected. There could be something, surprising that happens. But it feels like it's like a water off a duck's back for you. That's how confident and bold you're going to be. Okay? This is amazing. I love this. Look at what's happening. Look at your entire spread. Now, the other thing is, there may be, and that's the thing, there may be a little bit of a shakeup with relationships, with partnerships, just a little bit. But again, it feels like it's you, if anything. Okay? That would be the one that, makes the calls. And you do see it's 2 people falling out of the tower. But when the tower falls, you can see. Okay? Now, you have that Ace of Wands in your crown. You're on a mission. You're going to get everything you want. You're definitely good. There's new things happening for you. New things that you want. Again, with your 6th house so active, and the Ace of Wands, that's the hand of spirit offering you this opportunity, this new beginning, this new path, this new job, this new client, this new contract, this new contractor, or whatever you need, right? Whatever you need. 6th house. Look at the leaves sprouting from the wands. Things are growing for you. And it's almost like this month you know it. And you're so focused on it. So I really love that. And wands, yeah, they're your passions. What are you passionate about, right? You're going to feel it. It's Mars and Aries are going to feel a lot of that passion. This is really amazing. Wands are highly associated with work, career, profession as well. But they're, the spirit of fire. You're going to feel it, that fire in your belly. You got strength. You're good. You're fine. This is inner courage. This is you knowing it. This is you knowing that anything is possible. You can make anything happen. You do create your reality, right? Strength is attributed to Leo. Interesting, right? Again, Leo ruling your 10th house. There's a lot of career stuff. Of course, you have 7 planets in your 6th house of work. So a lot of changes are going to be happening. And if you're not here for that, that's fine. It would be like your reputation. It would be your daily routines. It's what you want to be known for, right? Remember, even with Uranus moving into Gemini in your 8th house, even with Leo, the first quarter moon in Leo being active in your 10th. I mean, this is legacy. You're ready. You're ready. This is also, yeah, it's resisting things that you shouldn't be doing. That's that real strength, that real courage. And again, Mars in Aries is all about courage. And then you had that Four of Pentacles. I feel like you've gotten the Four of Pentacles a lot. Are you saving? You're saving up. You're saving up for something. You've got so much home, family, energy. There's something there. It could be a house. A lot of y'all had babies, and you're still gonna. Remember, you had a lot of activity in Pisces, which rules your 5th, which is procreation. You've got Jupiter in Cancer, exalted. Jupiter natively rules your 5th. Yeah. So think expansion, right? Expansion at home, having babies, congratulations. But also moving, things like that. A lot of y'all, partnerships, relationships is a big theme for you as well. But it looks like there's something that you're saving for, which is good. That's great, because this is you building that foundation for your new era. Just don't let money own you. Yeah? He's got a crown on his head, or a pentacle on his crown. He's clutching his pentacle really tight, standing on 2 pentacles, right? So, blocking that third eye, crown chakra, crossing off his heart, disconnected from earth. Just save, build the foundations of your life. That's what 4 is. Think about 4 legs of a table. Yeah, stability. This is what this is when it comes to finances, money, material possessions as well, right here. So it looks like there's something here that you're in the process of building, and you're being very smart about it, but just don't let the money own you. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. You want me to clarify? I'll clarify that. I'm very curious too. You got so much career stuff. You've got so much happening in the home environment. And then your 3rd house is so active. Yeah. And that's where, remember, Saturn and Aries still, natively rules your 3rd, which is launching businesses, which is getting an LLC, which is selling goods, selling things. It's the 3rd house. It's communicating. It's signing contracts. It's still family energy. There may be a trip that you're planning on taking. Actually, oh yeah, some of y'all are taking trips. Oh, fun, exciting. Okay, let's get to your stuff. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. April's amazing for you. You got the Page of Cups. Do it. Aries energy is taking risks. I said that. Do it. Follow your heart. Follow your bliss. Okay? Tap into your inner child. Think about when you were a kid. This is a different type of dreaming, okay? The dreams that you had the past months. Think about when you were a kid, when you were a little bit more free, spirited, all of that. I want you to follow that energy, all right? I want you to tap into that energy. Your endorphins are just gonna... You get the 3 of Wands. You're ready. It looks like someone's giving you the green light here. Someone's giving you a yes. Someone's approving something for you. There's also someone that may be joining your team, someone that you may be working with, but whatever it is, it's good. The 3 of Wands is actually attributed to the Sun in Aries. Remember, the Sun exalted in Aries. Look at this. It's all sky. Yeah? what do we say? The sky's the limit. You're gonna be fine. I call this the green light card. He's ready to go explore, do things, meet people, see things. He's already learned enough, right? And so it's in your external factors area. So I think that there is someone here who can officiate something, but also join you in some way. And it does feel a little bit like work related, or something with your passions. Now, you also have the Knight of Swords. You're just, like I said, restless energy. That's what's happening for you. You're going to be very busy. All right. You are ready to take on everything that's coming your way with that Knight of Swords. That's amazing. Just remember, don't rush into things. It's a lot. I mean, you're going to feel the energy again at the time that all the planets are direct. There's a really fiery Aries energy, but it can be a little too fiery. All right. A little too fired up. This is someone who is bold. He's going into the storm. That's courageous, but also he can be a little reckless. He can be a little impulsive. So just keep that in mind, all right? Remember, I talked about Mercury and Aries. Now, Temperance and your final outcome. You're good. You're fine. You're amazing. You're good. You're fine. Temperance, you have an Archangel Michael, right? And your final outcome, who's telling you, hey, Scorpio, you're good. Everything's going to be fine as long as you believe it. Yeah? Everyone's on a path. He's going to make sure you get to the finish line. In fact, you do see that there is a literal path here, and you do see the sun in the shape of a crown. You're going to be fine. But temperance is moderation. Temperance is balance, moderation, all of that, right? So it's self-control. And so if there's anything that you might be working on, that would be it, right? But temperance, what I say, self-control and moderation, it's avoiding extremes, like not going too hard or just, holding back on not doing anything. But sometimes all you have to do is trust your intuition. You do see the disc on his forehead, right on his pineal gland. That's what's going to bring that balance, okay? That's when you're just going to know the tempo, how things go. If someone hasn't responded to a very urgent message you needed, you're not going to freak out. You're not going to go to extremes. You're just going to know, oh, yeah, they're going to respond and, it's not the end of the world and blah, 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 right? You're going to be fine. In fact, when temperance shows up, especially in your final outcome, sometimes you don't have to do anything at all, right? That's temperance for you. You're going to be fine and everything's going to go your way. I love it. You're good. Let's break it down week by week, Scorpio. Let's see what we can expect. The first week, obviously next week, we'll talk a lot more about it, but that full moon in Libra is big. There may be something there with relationships. And then remember, Mars does move into Aries. Okay? Mars will sextile Uranus 2-1 April 8th. FYI. But Mars is still in Pisces at that point at 29 degrees. I didn't tell you that, did I? There's a lot of aspects at 29 degrees this month. So some critical moments for you, for everybody, for you. That one's definitely going to have to do with like lovers, relationships for you. Okay? Just letting you know. The focus would be there. Or like your significant other or just a lover. I mean, if you know, you know. And maybe there's something here with a contract, creative project. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're doing something different. We're going to use the Tarot of the Divine. Let's see what's going on for you. This is what we do in the bonus spread. We like to see the cards that overlap. That's the real wink from the universe. Let's see what's going on for you the first week. of April. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, two of Coins. Same thing. Listen, you're going to have some opportunities. You're going to get busy. You're going to have a lot just happen. You're going to see that. You're going to be getting a lot of emails. You're going to be getting a lot of Slack messages. Whatever it is, you're going to be busy. All right. But at the same time, there may be something that you're making a decision. Okay. And just know whatever it is, it's all about just prioritizing. That's it. Okay. You might have a couple different opportunities, may have to do with work, assignments, money, with that Two of Pentacles. And it might be like a new experience for you. It feels very new. But I really do think that, and remember, Pentacles are your physical reality as well. It could be it's like, who gets this, who gets that, if there is the ending of a relationship. But the other thing is, it really honestly could be relationships too. Second week, Sunday, April 12th, we do have Venus in Taurus, sextile Jupiter and Cancer. That's amazing. That's really great. Remember, these are the two benefic planets. Venus is in her domicile in Taurus. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. This is like a million bunny rabbits. It's amazing. It's all about expansion and abundance. And again, for you, it's your 9th house. It's very spiritual. There's something here that's going to open your mind, broaden your horizons. Jupiter natively rules your 5th of joy and pleasure and romance and sex. There's a 5th house, procreation. And you've got Venus and Taurus in your 7th, relationships, love, marriage, contracts, agreements, but also, money. So anyway, the second week, that's happening. And then don't forget, Mercury does move into Pisces, and there's a million other things that I really love for you. Let's get started. Let's see what's going for you this second week. And by the way, if you're an artist, we will have plenty of Neptune conjunctions, like new synodic cycles. Really good time. Oh, second week of the Three of Swords. Interesting. So Three of Swords, as we know, is a card of a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of heartache. Yeah. But gentle reminder, Three of Swords, even though it is like the heartache card, it's still up here. It's a sword suit, right? Swords are the mental suit. And the Three of Swords is attributed to Saturn in Libra. Saturn happens to be exalted in Libra, but nonetheless, it is a Libra card. Relationships, partnerships, there may be something here the second week. It could be something that you're doing. It could be something that's happening. Remember, it can be, you've got so much work stuff, the work environment. It does look like there may be something there. Colleague, employee, your favorite boss, etc. There may be something, a little bit of a shuffle. Remember, all these energies that's happening, it's for everybody on this planet. Everyone's going to be going through these energies, but just in different ways, right? Now, the third week, you want me to clarify? I'll clarify that. Let's see. Let's see that Three of Swords. You got, yeah. Yeah. So you have the Three of Swords, Four of Cups. And the World. Do you see why that happened? Yeah. Something had to end for your new era. And again, it can be work, career, love, relationships, whatever it is, something had to end. You have the World. And with it ending, there's a little bit of like, honestly, like being proud of yourself. Like you made it to this point. So it could even be the ending of one phase of a relationship too. Okay? Remember, Uranus wants you to shake things up, and I think that you're going to. All right? Now, for a lot of y'all, I mean, it just, you all have different charts. The third week. Oh, and the second week, by the way, is when we do have the new moon in Aries and Mars conjunct Saturn in Aries, and we move into Taurus season. There's a lot. Now, the third week is when we have Venus conjunct Uranus, and Taurus would be the biggest thing for you, and Uranus moving into Gemini. So let's see what's going on for you for the third week. Oh, there we go. What I was gonna say is, like, if you are an artist, a poet, a writer, you are going to thrive this month. There's so many great aspects, especially if you're like a fantasy writer. Yeah, you're in a good spot. Or comic books. I have a friend that does comic books like that. It's a good time with Neptune in your sixth, and there you go, the third week. Wow. So you do have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So when you get the same card from two different decks, what did I say? You really want to pay attention. So you really want to pay attention to the third week, but you just want to pay attention to the fact that there's something new coming through. Okay? It's amazing. And you have the Six of Cups too. You know, that's your card. Sun in Scorpio. Six of Cups. Everything is just harmonizing for you. This is tapping into your inner child. This is letting your hair down. There's a lot of nostalgic energy with the Six of Cups. But the Six of Cups is harmony, it's kindness, it's sharing, it's a lot of home energy too. But like protection, comfort, security. It's great. You're good. You're absolutely good. In the last week, yeah, April 28th, we do have Venus in Gemini, trine Pluto in Aquarius. So the irony of this, we started off the month with Venus square Pluto. Now we have Venus trine Pluto. Venus is Gemini. It's a different place, but it's still your 8th house. Venus trine Pluto, that's money. That's relationships, that's love, that's sex, that's power. And you have it in your 8th, Pluto's in your 4th. Native, and it's your ruler, your modern ruler. So whatever happens, this is so powerful. This aspect, you're going to feel it week before, a week after, and it's in your favor. There's likely some opportunities that's coming up around this time. And it's just really special. It's really nice. Now, you want a little heads up? You want a little secret? This is how much your life is going to like really, really change this month. On May 1st, we will have a full moon in your sign. Okay? And we'll have a new moon in Taurus. So, looks like there is something really, like, you're going through a whole journey. This month is like full circle for you. All right? Remember, we started with the moon in your sign. Okay? That was on April 3rd. And now you have a full moon that's ending this month. Just letting you know. You're going to go through some changes. Let's see what's going on for you. Last week of April. Scorpio, you. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. There's something here with relationships. So, I want to see something. I'll tell you. And then the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Coins. So there's something that happened the last week, and it looks like someone did something to you. All right, with that Nine of Swords. Don't ever let anyone take your power. It could be like a little argument. It could be not seeing eye to eye. It could be someone, maybe betrayed you, maybe said something to you. Remember, everyone's going to feel a little aggressive with all this Aries energy, but at the same time, just don't let anyone take your power. Remember, be diplomatic, work things out. You're going to be fine. As long as you're like, I know you're going to be fine. And then clarified, that Page of Pentacles. So this is saying you had to go through something. You had to feel something. There is a sense of like surrender here. There's a sense of like, you have to experience this in order to have this fresh new start. Yeah. So, and that's the thing about April. I said from the very beginning, there's going to be a lot this month that tests you. All right. Even I was just telling you, you have a full moon in your sign on May 1st, but just the day before we get there, we have another T-square with Mars in Aries, opposite the moon in Libra, squaring Jupiter and Cancer. So that's a lot of you being upstairs. Don't overthink things. Don't overanalyze things. You'll be fine. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Oh my gosh. Next week we will go deeper into the first week of April, and then the second spread, the bonus spread, we're gonna use the Tempest deck. So this is 3 decks, and we'll look at love. We'll look at career. We'll look at money. We'll look at everything. So tier 3 members, really good, and legendary members. Thank you for being members. Anyone's welcome to join. The link is in the description box. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.